Okay, dear students, here I'm coming up with another topic in the industrial product formation and influenced by some of the microorganisms. And this is about antibiotics. Antibiotics are the products formed at large scale. That's why we need to study under industrial level. Antibiotics, what are antibiotics? Antibiotic, the name itself tells. You can see in our textbook it is given as anti means against. See here, anti. A Greek word means against. Bio means life. So it's together as against life. Antibiotics are commonly found if you go to your medical shop. You can see these are the antibiotics which are commonly found and very helpful to kill the life. Not life means it's not our life, but the life of unnecessary harmful organisms in our body. That's why it is called against life. It's not against our life, but against to the bacterial or fungal life. Okay, so here you can see. Whereas with reference to human being, they are pro-life and not against. Antibiotics are chemical substances which are produced by some microbes also, you see, and kill or retard the growth of other microorganisms which are disease causing in nature. Okay, so let's move to this one. Here, antibiotics has saved millions of lives, especially during World War. And production of the antibiotic has taken in a kind of accidental way. And the very famous scientist called Alexander Fleming, who is very famous, who actually working on a bacterium called Streptococci bacteria. Listen to this like a story. During World War II, Alexander Fleming actually working in his laboratory on a bacterium called Streptococci bacteria. So he had this petri dishes along with him in his laboratory. I think I have already shown you. This is a petri dish in which he is actually growing the bacterium. This is actually accidental discovery, where in this culture medium he is actually growing bacterium. Then he provided everything like for the growth of bacterium. Then he left the petri dishes at a specific place in his laboratory without cleaning it. After some time, he found that there are certain type of fungi growing in the culture medium along with the Streptococci bacterium. I'm going to represent this. Suppose this is the fungi growing at a specific location and the bacterium is away from it. And Fleming noticed that the place where the bacterium or the place where the fungi is growing, the bacterium is not growing nearby at all. That means bacterium is trying to avoid the fungi which is called Penicillium notatum. Remember, Penicillium notatum is a fungi near which the bacterium is not growing. So he found that was due to the chemical product. You see here the chemical product produced by the mold, and he named it as penicillin. You see, penicillin. So try to understand. So fungi is the responsible organism, and the name of the fungi is Penicillium notatum, which produces a chemical called penicillin, which doesn't allow the growth of the Streptococci bacterium. And ironically, the same bacterium is killing so many soldiers during World War II, because the infection, the Staphylococci bacterium causing the infection and killing millions of soldiers. So, with the introduction of penicillin into the war zone, have saved millions of lives of soldiers. And for that, Alexander Fleming, along with his colleagues like Howard Florey and Ernest Boris Chain, they all awarded with the Nobel Prize. Okay, so now antibiotics are famous. They are present everywhere. They are helping many people to live. See, some of them after that, after the successful antibiotic production by these three, certain types of penicillium, sorry, certain types of antibiotics also been produced. Like you can see, some of them are used as ointments, penicillin ointments. You can see streptomycin is also another type of antibiotic that can be used to kill the life inside our body. Life means the disease causing organisms. Later, these antibiotics have helped in curing many diseases like whooping cough. You see here, Kali Kansi, diphtheria, Gal Gotu, and even leprosy. And these have become huge part of killing many lives before or pre antibiotic production. And now we can see which used to kill, now so many antibiotics killing, I mean used to, which they used to kill millions of people around the world, but now with the introduction of these antibiotics, millions of lives have been saved or are being saved now also. So we can say today we cannot imagine a world without antibiotics. So this is all about antibiotics. Remember some of the important one more questions coming out of this topic is the bacterium called Staphylococci bacterium, which actually the Alexander Fleming working on, the name of the fungi from which penicillin can be extracted, and also the other two scientists names who contributed for the extraction and production of the antibiotic called penicillin.